I want to talk to you about doing things even when we don't want to do things. And what things am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the same things that others do that gives them good results, and those are the same things that we are avoiding that gives us bad results because we are avoiding them. And what are those things? Anything that leads you to personal development. Read books. We know we have to read books. Now we got to pay attention, like what kind of books are you going to read? We have to read books that have education, books that are going to help us to move forward, to get to the next level, help us with that idea that we have, the business idea, the thing that you're trying to figure out who you want to be, or trying to figure out like what kind of professional you want to be for the rest of your life. And somehow you still don't have quite the answer, what it is that you want. Read books. Reading books is one of the things that we should be doing, and a lot of us just don't do it. And if you have been reading books, just think about it. Okay, how many books did I read last year? And what kind of books were those? Like, what is it that I got out of those books? What did I learn from those books? Are those books helping me to grow? Are those books helping me to understand how the world works? Are they helping me to become a better person in my industry? Are they helping me to have a better ability to create more, to have more value? And those are the things that we have to think about. There are a lot of things out there that we can do that we know that we should be doing, and we just don't do them. Like going to church. Why is that important? So we can learn how to have a better life out of trouble. Like workout. Why do we have to work out? Because we want to stay healthy. We want to stay out of sickness, away from sickness. And those are the things that are important. And I feel like a lot of the times we just neglect from doing those things. And guess what? Those are the same things that others also want to neglect in, but they make the decision to go ahead and just do it. And that's what we have to do. That is basically the difference, what separates us from others. We have the same problems, but others say, hey, I have the same problems and I do not want to take action, but I will take action anyway. And then they take action. And that is the difference. We know the problem we have. We know the solutions we have, or the solutions that we can try to see if we can better our situation, but then the whole thought just stops there. And then we don't try what we're supposed to do to better our situation. And that is basically the big difference between us and the ones that have or are doing what we want to have or what we want to be doing. So how do we do that? Well, the word there is procrastination, and I think we all have that. And how do we overcome that? And I feel like it's really hard to overcome procrastination when what we want is not desirable enough. We don't want that thing hard enough. So because we don't really want it that bad, we don't take action. And so here's the thing. But if it is a good thing, how come we don't want those things that bad? The problem is that maybe we want them that bad, but we don't believe that we can achieve those things. We don't believe that we can work and have families, and at the same time also make time for reading books. We don't believe that we can work, have families, and spend on everything that is required to run a family and have something extra for investing for the future. We don't believe that we can work and have 2 days on the weekend for ourselves, for our family, so we can enjoy and at the same time make some time so we can go to church. We don't believe that we can do a lot of things that we can actually do. And then how is it that we are going to believe that we can actually do it? Or basically, let's say, why do we keep believing that we cannot do them? Very simple, because we are not doing them. If you work on weekdays and then you are off on weekends and you start going to church every Sunday, then you will understand that you can do it, that you can make some time to do those things, to go to church. And as you do it, then you will believe that you are capable of doing those things. If you work every weekday and then you have free Saturday and Sunday for yourself and your family, but then you believe that you can make time, 1 hour or 2 hours, to work on your finances, to find out how your finances are doing, to see what your wealth is and how your wealth is creating, and then you work on that, you do it this weekend, then you will know that you can actually do it, that you can actually enjoy your family and at the same time also be able to work on your finances. And now you're aware of your finances, now you're aware of where you are, and then you can start thinking about, hey, this is where I want to be, but this is where I am right now, and things are not looking that good, but I'm going to start working and doing other things and see how I can better myself. I'm going to start making some time to read books so that way I can learn a thing or two about the industry that I'm in and see how I can better myself, see how I can get more commission, see how I can get more clients, see how I can move up the ladder. And you start doing those things, and then your life is going to start changing slowly but surely, a little bit at a time. And then when your life changes a little bit, especially if you're tracking what you have going on and then you see the difference, then you will be like, now things are looking a little bit better. And then you're going to remember, oh, it's because of all these new things that I'm doing. All these new things that I'm doing are helping me to shape my life in the shape that I want my life to be. And that will reinforce your beliefs that you can actually do what you want to do, that you can actually accomplish what you want to accomplish. And when you see those things happening, you will believe it more, and that will make you happy. That will pump you up. It will get you excited. It will get you motivated. And then you will start believing that you're a superhero, that you can actually do more things. And you will try the new thing. But there's something over here that we got to remember. Every single one of us have the same hours of every weekend. That means that if you are going to adopt a new habit, basically you have to walk away from one of the old habits. And so this requires for you to study what it is that you do and who you are. What is it that I do on Saturdays? What is it that I do on Sundays? And then you can start thinking, like, out of all these activities that I have Saturdays and Sundays, which one is the least important? The least important activity is the one that I'm gonna start with, and I'm just going to put it aside. I'm going to think that I'm just giving this activity a break for the next month. And instead of doing that, now I'm gonna start doing something new. Try a new activity. And then see what happens. See if I can handle it. You can always fall back to do the same old activities, but now you're trying to do a new one. And then see what happens. And then when you can do that, then you know that you can replace another activity that is not important for something that is actually important. And like that, you can change your life. You can change what you do on weekends. Maybe the job that you have, you cannot change it. And everything that you do on during the weekdays is going to be pretty much same old, same old. But that's okay. You have to work on the time that you can control. Saturdays and Sundays, those are the days that you can control. Then you start adding the things that you want to add to those days. And let me ask you something. If you believe that your life is not where you want to be, if I think that I'm a loser, what am I doing on Friday night celebrating? Celebrating Saturday, celebrating Sunday. Why am I celebrating when I can be doing something that can better my life? I don't see myself as what I want to become or what I want to be. So then there is no reason for me to stop to celebrate. I can celebrate victories. Sure, I can do that. But if I feel like I'm stuck in the same old thing and that my life is not going anywhere, that I'm always broke, that I cannot lose weight, that I don't have good friends, that I don't have good relationship with my family, if I can see that all those bad things are happening in my life, how come I don't want to change and adapt new habits? Instead of visiting my same old bad friends and just going there to drink and complain and make fun of people, but I want to have a better relationship with my family, how come I don't want to just call my family? Call my sister, call my brother. Just ask, hey, how you doing? Is there a way I can come visit you? And start reinforcing those connections, your family. Start reinforcing the relationship with your family. Having friends that you guys get together just to complain and probably drink alcohol. I mean, that's fine. You can do it now and then, right? But if that's what you do like every weekend, and you're forgetting about what's important, what's really important, family, real good friends, and more importantly, you. What is it that you're doing for yourself? So we have to start working on the things that are important for us so that way our lives can start changing. And that, just like I said at the beginning, that is the difference between us and those who we want to become. They are already doing those things. They are not hanging out with a bunch of losers. And here I am still hanging out with a bunch of losers. Somebody said, birds of a feather, they flock together. So how do I want my life to change and be a better person when I'm hanging out with the type of people that I'm actually criticizing? Come on. If I admire some people, how come I don't try to walk to them and just say hi? Try to create a connection. Try to become friend with that person, the one that I admire. The one that instead of talking bad about others and criticizing others and making fun of others, is actually going to talk about good progress. Talk about the people that are actually doing good things out there. And then see if I can pitch in into those conversations and say something good instead of just negative. So those are the things that we have to do. We have to do the things that we know that we can do, but we are deciding not to do because of procrastination. We have to start doing those things so that way our lives can start changing little by little, and eventually we will be that person that we want to be. And you will have that dream life that you want to have. And if you don't believe that it's possible, just look at a bunch of people that you admire, the ones that are way up there. They did it. They did it. Why not you? Why not me? I mean, most of us come from rough environment. It would be really bad if I was saying, hey, me and you have come from wealthy families, from education, being people of influence and having everything, and now we're here at the bottom. Now that would be different. But we know that that's not the reality. The reality is that we all come from rough places. It's not easy coming from scarcity. It's not easy coming from a place where there's no knowledge. That all you know is, hey, you got to grow up and you have to go to work and you have to pay bills and you have to do that over and over and over again until the day you die. It's hard to come from a place like that and then try to be somebody. And just like that, most people come from those places. Places where nobody told you that you are important, that you can achieve things, that you can become whoever you want to. No. Instead of that, what did they tell us? They told us that we were not good enough. I mean, we don't have the education. So there you go. What are you trying to achieve? I mean, you don't have the education. And they keep telling us that. So how are we going to move up when we come from environments that the environment is telling us that we are not good enough, that is not possible for us? And they say that the people that can make it is already selected, and it's only a few of them. I'm sure it's just a few of them, but they are not already selected. You can become one of them. So what we have to do is we have to work on ourselves and believe that we can do what others are doing, whether we are in the environment that will take us there or not, whether we have had the mindset that they have, we can still change it, but we can do it. So go out there and try everything you can, and don't worry about what people are going to say about you. Don't worry if others that still don't believe that they can do it, try to deter you from doing what you're trying to do. Don't let that happen. Just remember that now you have something in your head, something that you want to accomplish, and the ones that are going to criticize you, they just haven't gotten there yet. And that's why they are telling you that you are crazy by doing this. That's okay. Just remember that when the time comes to them, they will understand, and then they will be thinking exactly the same way you're thinking now, because you want progress. Maybe they don't want progress yet, but you do. And now you already started believing that it is possible, that you can do it, and that you will make it. Why? Because you already understood that things don't come to you just because. That you have to take the steps, that you have to go out there and get whatever it is that you have to get in order to become what you want to become. And now that you know that information, now you're ready, now you're equipped, and now you're moving forward. And you're going to do what has to be done in order to get what you want to get. You are the best, and I know that you will make it. Whatever that dream is, just go after it. And don't let anything stop you, because you are unstoppable.